She's gonna hold it. My daughter's here. Say hi to YouTube. Hello, YouTube. My pen is here. I'm gonna look that back and below. Hang on, I'm gonna turn your camera. Oh no, I can't. No, because it's stupid iPhones. iPhones don't do that. Oh yeah, I bought ink as well. So first and foremost is my Barnlet ink.
Hello, Lucy.
Can't get into it. So hi, YouTube. Is he going to be on YouTube? No. Sure. Okay.
I'm also.
Victor, say hi, YouTube. Excuse me, do you mind? Pleasure. No, I'm filming my children. Hi. Say hi. It's like a camera all around now. It's going to look really bizarre when I upload that later. So this is blue black ink. That's my first purchase to go in my new pen. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I was gonna I did hum and heart. I got a lollipop. You know Daryl's gonna pinch that later. He says it'll still be available. So it comes in this nice case. And inside the nice case is a shiny case. And it says
You bought a case.
I bought a case.
A box for your box.
Did your friends like your Bojack edition?
Ooh. That's a bit sexy. You can't just twist it all around like that because it's going to go.
Oh, you told me to film it.
Useless girl. Useless girl.
Yeah,
Look at that. Ooh. It feels really nice. Look. It's a capless fountain pen. I really like this. Oh, I'm going to fill it up. I'm going to fill it up with my new ink and journal in my journal with it. Very pleased with that. Very pleased with that. Meet my grandson. Come here, grandson.
There you go.
Hi. Who's that? Who's that?
Bye, Spider.
Yeah, Daddy's over there. For goodness sake. He's a daddy's boy. And you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Is that over there? Smile at Daddy. Is that your daddy? Yeah, that's your daddy. Say hi, YouTube.
I'm also.
Victor, you can't say hi. Say hi. Can't believe that. If I'd waited 10 minutes, I could have filled out my journal with my new pen. But I can just watch in there. That's probably what I'm going to do in a minute. Oh shit, I've got laundry to put out. I forgot about that. Right, I'll get that done. Did I bring a basket down or not? No, because it's just towels. So I'll get that out on the line and then I can get on with Mum's lunch. One of the things that's always really bugged me about the iPhone is that when recording a video, you have to pause it to swap between your front and your rear camera. I've just found an app, finally, that does this for you, and you just button, and it changes the camera. There's my schmiggle. And you just change it back again. Brilliant. I am over the moon. I just got to figure out how now to save it, and yeah. And you can set the camera button on the 16 Pro Max to open this app instead of the default camera app. It's called Blackmagic Camera, I think. I will put a link to it down below if I can remember or figure out how to do it. That is an absolute game changer for me. There's a lot more settings. You've got white balance and ISO and FPS and all of the stuff. It's brilliant. I am extremely pleased with this. Extremely pleased. It saves your the only thing is it doesn't automatically save to the camera roll, or if it does, I haven't figured out yet how. it puts them, and then you have to download them. But that's okay, because it actually would mean that my vlog videos are separate from my camera roll, which I would quite like. So quite impressed with this actually so far. Interesting, the app just crashed on me. I wonder if it's because I'm getting it to save to both the app and my photo album, because you can do that. I have discovered after the crash it didn't save to my photo album, but it did save to the app, so that's handy to know. I'm going to have to test this because I've only done very, very short videos so far, just to see whether it can cope with videos that last, like, you know, minutes, because sometimes I gabble away for ages and I don't want to be recording and to suddenly lose, well, everything I've just said. Regarding the pen, it is a fine nib. I managed to use the wonderful zoom function on my phone camera to focus on the nib, and it does say it's fine. I went back onto the site I bought it from, and they don't sell that pen with an extra fine nib. You can buy an extra fine system to go inside the pen, but that's more than half the price of the pen. So I'm having a look online, like on fountain pen lovers sites online, to see if anybody's got one that they would be willing to maybe trade, because that would be awesome. I would prefer an extra fine than a fine, but it would have to be an unused, because literally I've written half a page and that's it, and it is too thick for my liking. I would adjust to it and get used to it, but I would prefer an extra fine, to be honest. I'm still watching videos about this fucking pocket thing. Of course, I mean, I have a gimbal for my phone, but I never really got on with it. You know? I could never really get on with it. And not only that, but it makes carrying the phone bulky. And I couldn't just quickly rip off text if I wanted to. I'm really, really tempted to buy this. But I'm like, would I really use it? Oh, hang on, running through my house. No.
Hi.
I don't know, like, if I would really use it, or whether it's just I want it, because it's like when I bought that vlogging camera a couple of years ago, I barely used it, to be honest.
Hi.
Say hi, YouTube.
By the way, that's my girlfriend.
He stole my phone. And now I'll get mine. That's why I just waited with it.
I've completely forgotten what I'm saying now. Oh yeah, the little Sony camera that I bought. I used it like a few times for doing vlogs at home and that. But to be honest, it's just as easy to whip out my phone, and that's what I'm worried will happen if I spend out and buy one of these Pocket 3s that I'm lusting after at the moment. I mean, I could see me using it a lot to begin with, just for the novelty of it, but is it something that I would want to carry? And will it withstand sort of hanging off my waist or something? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I've got a headache. I've had a headache for 2 days now. Good morning. It is, it's Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. I'm out walking the dogs. Got my new TikTok dress on. Camera app I was talking about yesterday, I've just tried it again and it's just crashed on me again. So I'm not really quite sure what's going on, because it's a good app and I'd like to continue using it, especially with the flippy camera thing, because that's one thing iPhones don't have. But not if it means it's going to keep cutting out, if it's not reliable, you know. It's like we're doing Harry Potter again in September, and I'd like to get more footage, especially as I'm going to be a little bit more aware of it. But if I can't rely on the software to not cut out on me, then I can't, you know, I can't do it. I'm not going to go for the Pocket 3 as much as I want to, and I really do want to. The main reason being is if it gets wet, it's fucked. And I live in Britain. It's wet 95% of the time, you know. I don't want to pay that much money out and then have the issue of it stop working because it's raining. So, morning.
Morning.
I think the issue I've got with the phone is it's walking along with my arm extended and it makes my arm hurt. But I feel like a selfie stick is really like noticeable. No. And not only that, but selfie sticks, have you noticed like the grip for the phone? It's got a fucking, getting your phone into the bloody thing is like a major battle, isn't it? That's part of the problem. I've got a really itchy nose, hang on. That's the big issue with me is trying to get the damn thing in the grip. But I have a pop socket on the back of the phone. So I'm not really quite sure what to do. Anyway, I'm going to go for a walk. Then I'm going to go home and get something to eat because I'm starving. Yeah. Little tiny birdies having a dust bath. Oh, they heard me. They've abandoned me to go and sprawl all over my bed, I think. I'm just going to check my bedroom window because I don't want one of them jumping out. Yeah, it's wide open. I'm a bit uncomfortable about that. I think I might go to the shop and get some lunch because I'm hungry. I'm just sitting watching YouTube at the moment, but I need to catch up on some wrestling. There's so many things I need to do. That room is one of them, and I just can't be bothered. So, yeah, let's go to the shop. I'm hungry. Oh yeah, bins went today. Cycling in the garden bins. Looks like they might have been picked up already because they're a lot more neatly stacked than they were last night. Yay. Thing. I've got long nails. And I also drink canned drinks. One canned drink. And these are really hard. So I bought this on the internet. So opening. And apparently what you do is, oh yeah, look, you just slide it under, like so. That is so easy. So easy. I've got one in my jeans pocket, which I usually have on me, but I'm not wearing jeans today. It's predicted. Mum's now hungry. So I get to mess it all up again now. So, you might have noticed, if you haven't watched me before, and you're new to my channel, I don't have a cooker top, as you call it in the States, or a hob, as we call it here in the UK. That's I use one of these. I have used one of these for the past 11 years. And it lives in a drawer out of the way. When it's out, it takes up that space. But it just basically means that when I'm not cooking, I have space, you know? So, okay, Mum wants some vegetables. So what we'll do is just drop it down a sec so I can open that cupboard. She's going to have some potatoes. They're a bit rooty. Don't matter. Let's find another little one. So she'll have some potatoes, some baby potatoes. Right, let's get carrot out. Oh, she can have some beans. I've done it again, look, that's different. I was just saying to my mum about it, how I always do it. Okay, so she doesn't like a whole carrot, but I found the best thing to do, put half a carrot into one of these little tubs. And half into the saucepan. Then you just add some water, like so, and then stick it in the fridge. That'll keep that carrot fresh now until I need it. I keep tomatoes, sprouts, carrots, everything in those. I could do with some more really because I'm a little bit tight on them at the minute. So she's got some potatoes, some sprouts and some carrot. Cut that potato in half. And then we just put it on to boil. The only thing is makes beepy noises. I couldn't come down and have a midnight snack because the hob will out you. Everything in this kitchen will out you. It all beeps when you fucking touch it. The oven, although it's a lot quieter, beeps when it's ready. The dishwasher beeps, the microwave beeps, and the hob beeps. I kind of wish we'd gotten a smaller one. We bought this bloody big one, and then Mum decided that she didn't like chips done in there, so we still have to do chips on the hot top. So really we only ever cook one thing at a time, and I've got a big double one. Pardon me, it's a bit of a pain in the bum to be honest. I wish I'd got a smaller one because it's huge, but there you go. So today she is having a piece of lamb. It's in one of my little cook pots. Because I am ever so fucking screaming about touching meat. So, lunch is on for her. Taurus has had lunch. My lounge now looks like a bomb struck. When I came looking in for my label maker, I had to move everything. Worn out. So I'm going to tidy up in here and rest while waiting for her lunch to cook, because at the moment now that is yeah. Why do I do this to myself? Kitchen is tidied up and cleaned down after lunch. I need to do down there though, because it's got to the point where I can't open and close drawers, but I don't think I'm going to do that now. I'm going to rest now because my back's aching. I'm also hot and sweaty and yeah. So we're in the garden. I have the grandchildren. All three of them. Mummy and Daddy have gone up to the preschool for parents' evening for them both and asked if I would have the children. So far I've made drinks, brought cars out, changed the dirty bum. So yeah. So I had a thought. You know, I said I wanted to do a Hobonichi cousin and I bought those printables. I then thought it's going to be fucking ages before I get to use them because I just made a new journal. Well, I've just gotten halfway through the first signature and I've got the rest of the signature and 2 more signatures to go. I think I might be able to take those signatures out, print pages and then put the signatures back in. I won't print like the weeklies and the monthlies, but I could at least do the dailies. Could do that. I might do that. That might be one of my things to do this weekend. Good morning. It's Thursday. I am already hot. Tomorrow's my birthday. On my way to go and pick up grandkids, take them to school. But I was just thinking, you know, I haven't heard from Mad Hat a lot because I don't think my new dreads are going to come for my birthday. I did also order some loose hair to match, because I want some filler dreads. And although I did initially talk to her about them, I don't think she's making me any. So I ordered a clip-in weft, and I'm going to make some filler dreads out of that, and I might even do some Lizzies. Lizzies is a term coined by, well, everybody else in relation to Liz Kidder. And what she did was basically she bought human hair and she threaded it, loose hair, not dreaded, just threaded it through and then just left it to dread up on its own. So it's created their own little dreadlocks kind of thing. And where my hair's quite messy at the roots, I thought it might look, add to the whole bulk of it and make it look a little bit better, because I loved when I had very bulky hair. Bit noisy. There's a lorry. So yeah, that should arrive tomorrow. So at least I'll have something to do over the weekend where I get to make all these, because I'm not quite sure how much hair is coming. I can't remember. As long as there's enough to make a few Lizzies and a couple of extra dreadlocks, that'd be cool. Is everybody delivered to their appropriate educational area, as it were? Fucking darn, I'm sweating already. I'm gonna go home and grab the dogs because their owner, my neighbour Nikki, is going to visit her parents in Cheddar Gorge tonight for the weekend. So the dogs aren't going to get their usual afternoon walk. So she said, could I take them for a little run this morning? I'll do it now while there's still a bit of a breeze before it gets too hot. Although Dolly's not going to be impressed. She doesn't like it when it's... Well, she likes the heat, she just doesn't like moving around in it. A bit like me, really. So I think I'm going to tie my hair up because I'm fucking bored. And we'll go up on the cliff path. Let them have a run about before I go home and collapse for a little bit. Before I go back and pick up Victor. I've got 101 things on my to-do list and I don't know that any of them are going to get done. So, yeah. See this. There's a gentleman down there with a little cockapoo. You can just see her. Her name's Millie. She adores me. We're going somewhere a little bit different today. Normally I go off on the cliff path, but it's probably absolutely roasting up there. So we're going to go to the nature reserve, and it's up next to this churchyard. And it's lovely because for sort of a couple of months it's allowed to grow and all the grass get long so that wildlife can do their little nesty bits and all that lot. And then in the summer when it's absolutely dire, it gets cut back. And it's free to go and walk around with dogs and whatever. It's up this quiet little road. There's lots of interesting sniffs for the doggos. And hopefully it'll be a little bit cooler up there. But I am absolutely roasting. Come on. We've peed 4,000 times up this one little bit of road. They're hot. She's not too impressed. She doesn't like moving about in the heat. And she just wants to go run and investigate. So, yes, anyway, there's this nice little church up here. It's very quaint and timey-wimey. But we're not going in there. I've got a friend, unfortunately, in the churchyard from when we were kids. It's a lovely churchyard, actually. It's very clean, tidy and very peaceful. And it goes up on a slight hill and there's daisies and buttercups and things. There you go, that's the churchyard there. So, yeah. Shanklin Cemetery. But we are going down here. Oh, it doesn't look like they've cut it back yet. Hopefully it'll not be too overgrown. Right, wait. I'll just let the dogs off. Dolly, come. Wait. You watch Pinky run. Go! We have to shout at it all as well. And they're gone. Dolly's like, it's too hot to fucking run like that, man. But it's nice because it's a field and they can't get anywhere from it. There's another field we go to, but it backs onto the golf course. Oh, it's not been cut down. It backs onto the golf course and Binky will go through the hedge into the golf course. She's a fucking nightmare for it. Right, the grass is long, but that's good because, I mean, all the sniffs are here. But it does mean that they've got to kind of wade through it. Hopefully there's no adders. I've never seen an adder. So, right, let's get along the path a little bit. And I'll show it to you. Just get in the shade a wee bit because I'm fucking dying. Oh, that's better. Oh, right, hang on. This is literally it, right? It's just a field and the centre is gated off. And there's little information thingy-mabobby over there that tells you about it and what you might find living in here. And then there's just basically, you can go around the outside of it and, you know, investigate it and that. And there's a, what do you call it, National Trust information post about it there. It's an activity pillar. And you can come up here with the kiddos and all that, and it's really good. And the dogs love it. Absolutely love it. Because there's smells. Hold up, Boo. She's like, well, come on, look. What you doing? Binky! Dolls. No, I'm going to piddle here. Yeah. Binky Boo! Binky! She's like, no, I'm going because you're not coming. I think there might have been a mouse or something then. She pounced down on that bit of grass. Where is it, Dolls? Dolly? Dolls? There's something in there. Where is it, Dolly? Come on. We'll all check it out. Just sitting in the shade. Oh, ever ready to run though. She's dreadful, that one. That's it. Time to go home, I think. Boo, you gonna sit down? Good girl. Home. I've got a rustlers in the microwave because I'm fucking starving. I'm going to go in flaps for an hour or so. I'll put my grandson up at 11:45. I don't plan on doing much until I do, because quite frankly I have no energy left now. But I'm over 6,000 steps. Hang on. 6,500 steps so far this morning, and I'll get the rest going up and down doing school runs. So yeah, it's very fucking hot. I don't even know what the temperature is today. Look down there. Apparently it's only 19 degrees. It feels a lot hotter. A lot hotter. Eyes are sticky. Yuck. So I've just been looking at my journal. I think I can do it. I think it's going to be relatively easy to do. My only worry is that, of course, the pages have been folded. Well, they've been in my book. Not for very long, but they have been folded. So I'm thinking I will print on new paper, because I've got another pack of that paper because I used Tom and River paper. So I'm thinking if I print it up onto brand new sheets, take the current sheets out, because I've got about a couple of months worth in there at least. Take the brand new signatures, unused signatures out, and put the printed on signatures in. Then I can put the unused signatures under everything in my shelf to flatten them back out again. And then when it comes time for me to print more, they hopefully won't have this annoying fold. I don't imagine the fold will be too much of an issue anyway, because it's very, very thin paper. Crikey, it's hot. I'm on my way to go get Victor. I've put my new chargers in the car. I bought new magnetic car charging things. They're not great, but they'll do. Yes. So, yeah, I'll do that. I won't do it when Victor's at mine because I don't want to leave him and go off and do other shit. So, he'll only be at mine for an hour or so. I'll do it when I get back. I've just taken Victor home. If you follow me on TikTok and Instagram, you'll have already seen these. I just took Victor home, popped along to drop a prescription off, and as I was coming back, I walked past a charity shop in Lake. I don't even know which charity shop it is. And it had, I'm always looking for something to put Lego flowers in, yeah, because I've just had another bouquet arrive. And I was like, what can I put it in? What can I put it in? You guys, oh my God. How gorgeous! How gorgeous is that? But get a load of this one. 2 of them in the window. So I went in and I said to the woman in there, how much you want for these? Well, I don't know, she said. They haven't got lids. I said, yeah, I know. That's alright. Sorry, I just knocked my nose stud. She said, they haven't got lids. I said, yeah, that's alright. Well, what would you use them for? I said, flowers. And she went, oh, that's a good idea. I said, specifically Lego flowers. Ah, that's a brilliant idea, she said. So I showed her like some of my other Lego flowers. She was like, those are great. And I said, yeah. I said, I mean, they might be a bit tall, but you know, that's okay. So, yeah, I have 2 jugs. So she was like, do you know what? She said, I've got no idea what to ask you for those. So I said, will you take a £5? And she was like, yeah, go on then. So I just picked up these 2 jugs for £5. Not bad, eh? I'm falling in love with this Pilot Vanishing Point pen now. Getting more and more used to it. It works much better if I put something behind the page that I'm writing on. But yeah, I'm falling in love with it now, so that's good. So what I'm going to do is I am going to the top cupboard and the top drawer are my journaling things. That cupboard and the drawer underneath it is my makeup. And a lot of the makeup products I don't currently use because my eyes are a bit anti-eyeshadow this past 6 months or so. I don't know why, which is absolutely soul destroying because I have so much of it. And nobody else in my family wears makeup. So I'm thinking I'm gonna move some of my makeup up there out of the way, because to access any of that up there, I've got to stand up every time. And when I've got my little table here pulled up close to me and I'm journaling away and making a mess, I don't want to have to keep standing up to grab products that I want to use. So I'm thinking I'm going to swap those around. Fuck's sake. At the very least, swap those 2 drawers and those 2 cupboards. I might just leave the rest of my makeup product down there, because down here I've got like my my everyday makeup is down there. But in there I've literally got my eyeshadow palettes at the back, a mirror, and a couple of other little bits and bobs which aren't used as much. I mean, the mirror is, but I can just reach up and grab that easily with no trouble. I am very popular all of a sudden. I do not know why. Just keeps telling me that a post has been approved. So yeah, just makes then my journaling stuff a little bit more easy to get to, because up in that cupboard of my journaling stuff I have those 2 pink boxes which is full. One of them is washi tapes and kits, yeah, you know, like subscription kits, the other one is like other journaling stuff I need. Then I've got my Ohuhu markers, which I'm absolutely falling in love with. Behind that, I've got my Statler double-ended felt tip pens in a case, and all my inks are underneath that. There's also my sprocket, this, which is full of pens and stuff. I'm waiting for a pencil case to come from Temu. That should be here in the next few days. So yeah, I'm thinking that is going to be today's job, is to just swap those around for now. I do need to go through other drawers, like, I mean, what's really in here? Oh yeah, that's my self-care drawer. So I think I will leave, yeah, I will swap these two drawers round, and I might simply do that by just swapping the drawers, not emptying them out into each other. I'm just going to swap the drawers round. What else? Yeah, down here is absolutely, that's my new Lego kit that I got down there. I can't even get it out because it's wedged under a drawer that I can't close because there's a chocolate frog in the way. Yeah, this is my new Lego, which is going to go in one of those teapots that I bought earlier on today when I get around to building it, which I might do this weekend or tomorrow. Why not? Because it's my birthday tomorrow and I don't know what else is happening. So those should take about 5 minutes to change around. I need to tidy out this drawer. This is like my most used stuff, but I'm not using it because it's just stuffed. Got some post-it notes and other shit in there that literally I can get rid of. I don't need them. That's my Lego cupboard. Those drawers I could empty out. Those are knitting projects. They could be taken out up there and relocated. Whether it's that unit over there or upstairs, it really doesn't matter because there's not a lot in them. It's just yarn takes up a lot of space. But it's 2:25 and I've only got 20 minutes before I've got to go and get Nathaniel. So, yeah. I'm so tired. So I'm not going to do this now. I'm probably going to do it when Nathaniel's here and watching telly. Because I'll pick him and Daryl up together. So yeah, see you in a bit. Road to pick up the kids. There's a woman parked down by the shop. School run, right? Kids don't come out for another 25 minutes. That's the primary school kids. The preschool comes out a little bit earlier. She's parked up waiting for her primary school kid that's coming out in 25 minutes. Another 5 to 10 minutes for them to get to the car. So 35 minutes tops. She's got her engine running in a Range Rover with the engine running while she sits there and waits. Lovely. This is the reality of life with chronic pain. I haven't done stupidly loads today, but I've done a lot and now I'm in so much pain. Thank God I'm home. So we're just going upstairs to print some of these Hobonichi pages that I bought on Etsy. I'm not very impressed with them. For example, look at this. So this is one of the daily pages, and I thought there was something wrong with it at first. Apart from the fact that there is a huge gap in between, you know, where your fold is going to be. There's this massive gap at the bottom. You know, and I kept playing with it, and it just kept coming up with this big fuck off gap. Yeah, I ended up having to change a printer because I tried it on regular paper and it came up so thin. But like 3 o'clock stops up here, halfway up the page. And then there's no grid here for 2 inches or so. That's no fucking good, is it? So I had a look on Amazon at pictures, and the pages on a daily, the grid should reach all the way down. So I'm going to have to message her and go, none of these pages are right. She's got big gaps at the bottom of all of them. Just totally confusing. frustrating as well because I wanted to print them up and have a go. And now I can't because they're not what I want. So I bought a new template. I bought the wrong template basically. I bought a new one and I couldn't figure out how to get it printed. And then I realised it was to do with positioning. So I am using her templates to help me create my own. I'm creating them in the same way I created my journal pages. I shall have to wait till tomorrow now to play with printing them because Daryl's in bed. But it's actually, I wish I'd thought of doing this before fucking spending out nearly a tenner on templates that I'm not 100% happy with. But they got me going, so that's fine. So yeah, I've got a nice evening of farsing around with Keynote and creating planner templates. So what more could a girl ask for? Right, my son's disappeared with the fucking plug system for the phone, so I can't charge my watch. Kids. It's nearly midnight. I have spent the entire evening making templates, Hobonichi style templates. That's Daryl. I don't know if they work yet because the printer's in here and Daryl's crashed in my bed. So I need to print them tomorrow and see if they work. But yeah, it's literally like 3 minutes to midnight and I'm knackered and I ache. So I'm gonna go to sleep. It's roasting, really sticky and hot. I'm gonna go to sleep and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Good morning. So I may have talked about the neighbours over the back before now. They moved in 3 years ago. And one of the first things they did was they knocked down the fence. It's like they had a fence between them and the lane. And cut down all these beautiful pear trees that they had. Absolutely gutted. The pear trees were like full of fruit as well, you know. And I was about to go over and say to them, like, you know, can I read your pear trees? Because I knew they were going to cut them down. But when I went out there, they'd already done it. And for the last couple of years, we've had to live with this eyesore opposite. So I got woken up at 6:30 this morning by them sawing and hammering. I guess they're building a shed or something. 6:30 in the morning. I'm sure there's laws against that. Quarter past 8. I've seen my mum. I've seen Daryl. And I've had a text message from my daughter, Ellie. And only just now has somebody actually said happy birthday to me. And yeah, I've had 2 posts on Facebook from people saying happy birthday, but my own family, no. My birthdays are weird. They're kind of bittersweet. My dad died on my 32nd birthday. He had cancer and we knew it was coming. But it's sort of like, I got the phone call the night before. You need to come to the hospice. And I'd been there that day. I'd been there every day. But when I got there, he'd been moved to the room by the nurse's station, which I learned later is the room they put them in when they're approaching death. It's 8:30 at the night. I sat there, listened to his death rattle. And about 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, he made this noise. He hadn't been conscious the whole time, but he made a noise. And I turned around to him and I said, you can go. You don't have to stay. It's okay. And half an hour later, he was gone. I didn't celebrate my birthday that year. It was a really hard day. I went and I did everything all on that one day. And I got some really funny looks, you know. I went into the bank and said I need to close. Well, I went and I registered the death that day. And then I went to the bank with the death certificate and I could close the account. Oh, when did he die? This morning. And so many people looked at me funny and said, so why are you doing all this now? But I had to, you know. I had to go and do it all on that day. I just couldn't sit there with it all looming over me. I phoned O2 and cancelled his phone contract, which he gleefully told me like 6 weeks beforehand. He'd taken out a brand new contract and got this brand new phone, 18-month contract. And I looked at him and I was like, they gave you an 18-month contract? He said, yeah. I was like, well, look at you. I said, you're obviously like on your way out. And he said, yeah, I know. And he just thought it was hysterical. I phoned them up and I told them, very sorry for your loss, keep the phone. They just wrote it off, yeah, keep the phone. I couldn't believe it. But it was a week before I went in his flat. It was a week before I could go and face it. And at that time, his friends, who had a key to his place, had gone in and taken things that they thought he was leaving to them. One being his leather jacket, his biker's jacket, and the denim cut down that he wore over it. I was furious. It had all his rally badges on it. And I'd always joked with him and said, I'm going to have that leather jacket off you one day. And he'd always say, not till I'm dead and gone. And they took it. And there was nothing I could do about it because, other than the fact that he'd said they could have A, B and C, he hadn't specified that the jacket was to come to me. And the only option I had was to go to civil court. I couldn't afford it. And I never saw that jacket again. They didn't even wait, you know. They just went in before I could do anything and took it up. $18 years and 3 hours. And it's weird, but I would always like have a drink for him on my birthday. On my birthday and his birthday. That's sort of become a little bit of a tradition, you know, because I would have a drink to commemorate Dad, and then I'd have a few more drinks to celebrate my birthday, which was really hard the first couple of years. But I quit drinking 6 months ago. I haven't touched a drop in over 6 months now. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to commemorate it this time. Commemorate his birthday, okay without it, because I quit in November. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird day, you know. But yeah, saw my family, had a text off Callie, not a single one of them was happy birthday. And we got to the top of the lane and I said to Daryl, today's your last sailing lesson before his residential trip next month. And last day of the week, I said, we get Chinese tonight. Oh, why? He says. I was like, really? And he thought about it for a second. He went, oh, for your birthday? I said, yeah. And he went, oh, okay. And then he gave me a kiss. He said, I'll see you later. I was like, all right then. And then he turned around and he went, if Matt doesn't say happy birthday to you, I'm going to beat him. And I was like, you haven't said happy birthday to me yet. And he stood and he thought about it for a second. He went, oh, happy birthday. You know? guess it is what it is. I hoped my 50th would be a little bit more celebration and sparkle. Guess not, eh? Cracked it. So, I think I've even managed to get them lined up properly as well. This is my daily. So I'll give myself little tick boxes. You just mark where you are. You write the month in there and the date in there. There's times down the end. I've made it so there's no lines going through the times anymore. And then just all of that square. And it's printed on both sides of the paper and it's lined up really nicely. Then I've had a go at my weekly ones. Again, month goes in the grey box and then the date next to the day. Times going from 5 all the way down through to 4. And then I did monthlies as well. Again, you write the month over there in the grey box. And then in the blank bit you can write the date. I made the Saturday and Sundays different colour. Yay me. So, I'm not even halfway through my first signature. I really want to print the dailies, even though I'm not going to get to use them. But I might actually wait until I get to the end of my first signature and then print up like the rest of it as a Hobonichi. So print up the monthlies, print up the weeklies remaining, and then just print a shitload of dailies. I'm not planning on sticking to 1 day per page, but I've now got a lot more to write on because I'll have to keep it within the lines sort of thing. So yeah, we're really pleased about that. I mean, I will have, each signature is about 15 sheets, which gives me 60 days per signature, or 60 sides per signature. So I've probably got about another month. So I reckon by August I will be Hobonichi'd. Just have to see. Although at the moment I'm taking up several pages per day because I've been sticking shit in and all that kind of thing. Saw my son-in-law in the shop today and he said happy birthday. Matt got up and he said happy birthday. My neighbour, bless her, she gave me a card yesterday. She's gone away for the weekend with the doggies to visit her parents, and she gave me an Amazon gift card. So sweet. So I think what I'm going to do now to pull me away from the desire to print like a shit ton of dailies and weeklies and stuff that I may not end up using because they may be too late, is I am going to go downstairs and do a bit of editing and try and get another vlog up. That sounds like a plan. What time are we at? Oh no, maybe not. My grandkids will be here in about half hour, 45 minutes. Might get a little bit done, I suppose. It is about 4:20. On my way to go and get Daryl. I'm really tired. Had the grandkids, Callie, Rob and Kyle here all day. I didn't video anything basically because the grandkids were in the paddling pool and they were naked, and I'm not putting that up on YouTube, and if that's what you're here for, you can fuck off. So yeah, but I have a sore throat. I think I've caught that lurgy because you know what little snot monsters toddlers are. And Elijah's at a delightful age where kisses mean I literally have to drool all over your face. And I woke up this morning with a sore throat, so yeah. But look, got that Harry Potter Studios, and yes, I've worn it all fucking day, because why the hell not? My loose hair arrived from Foxy Locks. It's a depressingly small amount of hair. But my dreadlocks didn't. So I've got no idea when she plans to get them out to me. I was hoping today, because she did say she'd try and get them to me by my birthday, and I've not had any update from her, which is a bit annoying, other than a post a few days ago saying that she was working on them. So, yeah, never mind, eh? I was hoping to sit there this evening and sort it all out, but that ain't happening. So, Daryl's had his last sailing trip, or sailing day for now. Next month he's got a thing with the UK Sailing Academy. That's an overnight residential. So yeah, quite good. Tonight will be Chinese and the third Venom film. Looking forward to it. I've just been looking up on my pots that I bought the other day, my 2 teapots, or coffee pots as I think they actually are. I've just given them a good wash and managed to get a bottle brush down the spout. Given them both a really, really good clean. Turns out you can buy a replica of this one, which is the Spanish Garden one, for about £30 from a different maker. The other one, the one that I really, really like, that one's about 40 odd quid. They were made in around about 65, 66. And they're actually really highly sought after. So I would call that a charity shop win. It's Saturday. I know I haven't really vlogged. I didn't vlog much yesterday on my birthday. I had the children round and there was nakedness in the paddling pool. So yeah, I wouldn't be vlogging that. Then Carl and I got Chinese and we watched Venom: The Last Dance with Daryl. I really, really enjoyed that. I love Venom as a character. Always have done when I was a kid. I used to watch Spider-Man cartoons. I absolutely loved it. Tom Hardy did a brilliant job with Venom. And yeah, thoroughly enjoyed all 3 films. Gutted that was the last one. But I loved all the other symbiotes as well. Let's see what else. Yeah, by the time they all left, I was exhausted and basically laid on the sofa going, until I went to bed. I woke up early when Matt left for work this morning, and then I lazed in bed for a couple of hours. I've just spent an absolutely abhorrent amount on Temu. I bought stickers and I also bought a paper embosser, like I used at Harry Potter, but this is a personalised one. So yeah, I got it on Temu for like 15 quid, and I'm going to use it on my journal. So it's going to say this journal belongs to Pretty Tapper on it, and it's got a little design. I think, which one did I choose? Butterflies and a book, I think. So yeah, I quite liked the idea of that. So I know I should have probably got a cat one because, you know, Pretty Tapper, but I like butterflies, and I have a butterfly fairies on my back. So yeah, so I and then I bought loads of stickers, and I've spent so much money on Temu lately. I need to stay away from it. So yeah, that should be here by the end of the week, beginning of next week. I still haven't heard from Rachel regarding my dreadlocks, so I don't know when they're coming, which is really fucking depressing because I was really hoping they would be here by the end of this week. She hasn't posted an up-to-date list. All I know is that as of a week ago, she's working on them. I didn't text her, I messaged her on Instagram last night, but she's really, really bad at answering messages, which is frustrating as fuck, but you know, what can I do? Yeah. So they definitely won't turn up tomorrow because here in the UK we do not get post on Sundays. So I may just give my hair a good wash tomorrow morning, and then just leave it to dry. So I'd like to braid it, but I'll wait until I got my grey ones in before I go for the crinkle job. So I went through all that filling up my little miniature fountain pens, and I haven't touched them since I got the pilot because I've been playing with the pilot. So do I empty them and clean them and just stick with the pilot? or give it a week or so and see how I go. Don't know. Oh, I do like the Pilot now that I'm getting more used to it. It does work better if I put like at the moment I've got my Audrey 2 instruction booklet behind it, so I think I need a writing board because it tends to work better. It gives you the finer. Normally I like pens with something squishy, you know, when there's something squishy behind paper, but this one it's the other way. I like it with a hard thing behind it. God, those writing boards ain't fucking cheap, are they? God. I wonder if a cutting mat would do the same thing. It's Sunday. My hay fever is like rampant. I feel like absolute turd. Well, I feel like turd for other reasons, but you know. If you don't like periods, you might want to skip. So this month, deciding to be just over a week late, it hit with a vengeance on my birthday, actually. Yeah, the night of my birthday, like late that night. Usually is evening time when mine hits. But yeah, it hit, and monsoon would be the appropriate description. Fucking monsoon. Best lads home. Hello. Are you melting? How's it going? I'll take that as a yes. Monsoon. Now, I'm a cup user. I use a menstrual cup. But for some reason, this month, this happens every now and then, my coochie has decided it's going to vacuum that cup all the way up past my cervix, rendering it absolutely useless. I must have changed my underwear about 3 times in the space of 4 hours last night. Having a shower at 1 AM. It was, and still feels, like it does after you just give birth, yeah? So, for the first time in Christ knows how long, I've had to put a pad on as well. I keep going up, readjusting the cup, and find it's disappeared up there. Hook it out, clean it, put it back in, like just that much in. And I actually sat there earlier with my finger there and felt it just vanish. It's just like, fuck's sake, I don't know why this happens. No matter how much I try and sort of, you know, keep it in place, as it were. So yeah, I got a pleasant feeling of. Anyway. My kitchen is still nice and tidy. I think I finally got my templates for my planner how I want them. I wonder if I should sell them online. What do you mean? I could sell a digital Hobonichi. Do you think I'd get sued if I did that? I wonder. Right. Let's see. My mother is having steak onions today. Steak with onions and chippies. I feel very uncomfortable, very unpleasant. I feel dirty. I know I'm not, but I feel like I am. I'm pretty used to the cup is so that I don't have to put up these feelings, but you know, body betrayal. Let's see what we got this week. Daryl has sports day on Tuesday. Wednesday I'm getting a new set of nails, which is good because I've had to cut 2 because they're split. For the first time in years, my hay fever is absolutely rampant. It's awful. It gets in my throat, makes me cough, which I hate. I finally heard back from the woman doing my dreads. She posted like 5 days ago that she was working on mine, but she wasn't. She was working on somebody else's. She was working on mine and the other person's. The other person's are now finished, and she's now going to get on with mine. So I'm probably looking at the end of this week, or the end of next week, depending on how you view your week. But it'll be the end of the week. So yeah, a bit bummed about that, to be honest. But what can I do? Nothing I can do about it, is there? Never mind. Right, I'll cook my mother's lunch and then I'm going to go back in the shop. Once Tracy's finished her ciggy and get myself some lunch and Daryl some lunch. I just checked my calendar actually. I have got absolutely no reason to complain. I paid for them on the 14th of May, which is like 5 weeks ago, last Wednesday, or Wednesday just gone. So as she said, it's a 6 to 8 week waiting list, so I have absolutely no cause for complaint, so shut my pie hole. So in the end I printed up daily pages. I sat in here for a while trying to work out like how many pages I would need to print up and how to organise them on the page, and in the end I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to do daily ones. And my god, what a palaver that was. I took the signatures out of my journal and went upstairs, and the printer just kept fucking messing around with them. Thankfully I did have some more paper, but it literally would only let me print like 3 at a time, and then would like have a paddy. So this is it at the moment. Cool, huh? But some of it like went bananas, and at the beginning of this one there.
Come to the hospital.
Put it in the wrong place. Sorry, Daryl's chatting to somebody online. So some of the things are out of position. Would I do this again? I really don't know. I'm like seriously sort of sitting here thinking, fuck it, I'll just buy a Hobonichi next year, which I might do actually. It's probably a lot less hassle. I might do that because Nikki gave me a gift card for my birthday. I think they come out in like September time, and I've got enough that I could get one, so I might actually do that. Oh dear, I have chronic hay fever, so I'm snotty. Anyway, I'm gonna have some dinner and sit and watch Doctor Who all evening and get my steps in, and then I'm gonna go to bed. So I'm gonna cut this one off here because it's Sunday. Perfect place to cut it off. Let's turn it off. Perfect place to sort of cut it off.
Yeah, I know what you need.
And yeah. Oh, I made a pencil board as well. Do you want to see my pencil board?
Oh, actually, you're really close now.
That's 5mm dot grid with a today at the top. I backed it with blue just to give it a bit of difference. That's 220 GSM cardstock and 200 GSM cardstock. And then I just used a matte laminating pouch, and then I just cut around it. I used my paper cutter, actually, that's what I did. I used my paper cutter, and what I did was I opened that, and then I lined up the edge of the paper, so the edge of the blue paper there, slipped through the laminating pouch like that, and then I just cut so it gave it a nice distance, gave it 1 notch distance on here, which really worked well. And then I just used a corner rounder to give it rounded corners. And yeah, it worked really, really well. I had to manually cut rounder today and that corner because it wouldn't fit inside my corner rounder. But yeah, I really like how that came out. It's not super, super thick, but it's not super, super fine. Makes good fan because apparently that's what Japanese children do in school. So we'll see how that holds up. Yeah. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave that there and I am going to eat my dinner and sign off for this week. And we'll start a new vlog tomorrow. I will spend tomorrow getting another vlog up online. That'll be last week's, I think. And then spend this week working on this one. This is going to be a long one. I might split this one into two, especially the kitchen cleanup, because that just going to take so long. But anyway, I feel like crap. I'll see you later.